Hello, I'm Gaylena Merritt, Senior Assistant Director for Fellowships and Scholarships here at Davidson. Welcome to the second part in this video series about writing personal statements. In part one of this series, we reviewed the purpose of personal statements. In this segment, we'll talk about a few characteristics of strong statements. Then in part three, I'll share a few tips for how to get started with writing. And finally, we'll go over the writing process in part four. In this video, we'll talk about a few characteristics of a strong personal statement. One that shows you understand the program, that is organized and stays on topic, and one that is authentic and specific. In part one, we said the primary purpose of a personal statement is to share a compelling story about who you are and why you're a good fit for the fellowship or graduate program that you're applying to. One way to strengthen your argument for why you're a good fit is to ensure your personal statement demonstrates a strong understanding of the program. A personal statement that shows you have a strong understanding of the program should feature a solid argument for why you've chosen the particular fellowship or degree program at that specific university. Research the program, attend information sessions, and connect with program participants or alumni so you can write about what specific faculty, scholars, or professionals you want to work with, what value you could add to the program's existing work, and how you intend to maximize the resources and opportunities the program or institution provides. Making sure a response is organized and stays on topic requires carefully reviewing the prompt, if the program application provides one, and then building and maintaining a clear narrative arc. Consider writing a thesis statement that answers the prompt in the simplest terms, and then build out your story from there using a few qualifications, your primary motivations, and your aspirations. Think about the overall theme or image of yourself you want to make sure your application conveys, and ensure your personal statement clearly reinforces that image. If you struggle with organization while writing your personal statement, consider using chronological order to take your audience from your background to where you are today and to how you envision your time with the fellowship or graduate program and beyond. Regardless of your approach, remember that each paragraph should introduce and address a single idea requested in the prompt, and that all sentences in that paragraph should serve as evidence related to that same idea. Also, don't forget to follow any formatting guidelines, including word count limits and spacing. Finally, strong personal statements are authentic and specific. Why are we discussing these two characteristics together? Because I really believe that specificity reveals authenticity. If you are genuinely interested in and prepared for a program, you will have the specifics to back up your argument for why you've chosen the program and why you're a good fit. Also, remember that there may be interviews involved in an application process, and the person who evaluators meet in your personal statement needs to be the same person who shows up for an interview. Two ways you can demonstrate authenticity and specificity are: first, use particulars over platitudes, meaning avoid generic statements. Instead of writing something vague that pretty much anyone could say, like, I want to participate in this fellowship so I can help bring positive change in the future, make your statement stand out by including specific details about what you've learned about a program, how you intend to approach the program or field of study based on what you've already learned, and the challenges and strengths you expect to find. And secondly, advice writers often hear over and over: show, don't just tell. Don't just say you're a strong leader or that you're good at problem solving. Use specific examples of how you've led and what change occurred, what problem you encountered, how you approached it, and what you learned from it. Write specifically about what exists because you created it or what has happened because you made it happen. That's it for part two for the Writing Personal Statements video series. Take note of these key takeaways and then move on to part three.